It was said that Iran had claimed that it had shot down the F-15 fighter jet, as we've seen the war intensifying in West Asia. In fact, in Kuwait, you've also seen the embassy, the U.S. embassy on fire, as well as an attack on a U.S. base there, an army base also coming under attack as this military conflict has intensified in West Asia. So the breaking news now is the U.S. has confirmed that 3 F-15s were downed, that indeed they did crash, and that it was an incident involving friendly fire. Let's go across to Vishnu now for more. Vishnu, what are the details and what does it mean when they say that these 3 jets were down in a case of friendly fire?
All right, Gargi, I've got the full CENTCOM statement. It's a lot more detailed and NDTV reporting this first. And the statement is that 3 US F-15E Strike Eagles flying in support of Operation Epic Fury went down over Kuwait due to an apparent friendly fire incident during active combat that included attacks from Iranian aircraft, ballistic missiles and drones. The US Air Force fighter jets were mistakenly shot down by Kuwaiti air defenses. All 6 aircrew ejected safely. Each F-15E has a weapon systems operator and a pilot. So all 6 aircrew ejected safely and have been safely recovered and are in a stable condition. Kuwait has acknowledged this incident, and we are grateful for the efforts of the Kuwaiti Defense Forces and their support in their ongoing operation. The cause of the incident is under investigation. Additional information will be released as it becomes available. All right. 6 pilots ejected, US Air Force F-15E jets, 3 of which were shot down at a time of intense activity in the Kuwait region when Iranian aircraft, ballistic missiles and other weapon systems were in use. It was the Kuwaiti surface-to-air missile units that shot down the American F-15 jets. All of the pilots have been recovered after ejecting in what is a friendly fire incident. And in fact, we've got so much video of this which has actually come in. It's not uncommon for this sort of thing to happen. However, there are systems called IFF, or Identification Friend or Foe, which is meant to ensure that your friendlies do not suffer what is known as a blue-on-blue incident. So I've got the entire CENTCOM sort of statement right now, and I think the important part of it is that during active combat, that included attacks from Iranian aircraft, ballistic missiles and drones, the US Air Force fighter jets were mistakenly shot down by Kuwaiti air defenses. It is also interesting for me to see that Iranian aircraft, the Iranian Air Force, has been involved in some missions. But at that time, when all of this was happening, Kuwaiti surface-to-air missiles engaged these 3 F-15 jets, shot them down. Each F-15 has 2 pilots, a pilot and a weapon systems operator. And so this was a blue-on-blue, a friendly fire incident that's taken place.
Right, and Vishnu, this comes as, the conflict has intensified in West Asia, and, one wonders, how does a confusion like this even happen? And it's not just 1, 2, but 3 jets downed by Kuwait.
No, it's fairly unbelievable. There's a full investigation which is underway at this stage. As I mentioned to you, these systems, because the Kuwaitis, the primary surface-to-air missile system that they operate is the Patriot. That's an American system. There are built-in safeguards, electronic safeguards as well, to prevent exactly this situation, that the aircraft that the Patriot system actually targets is the one that it is meant to hit. There are advanced instruments called IFF systems, Identification Friend or Foe. There are certain transponders. There are other ways in which aircraft have their unique identity, which is available to radar operators and missile operators. But in the confusion of war, at a time of intense activity, the Kuwaitis mistakenly felt that these 3 aircraft could have been American. I beg your pardon, could have been Iranian aircraft, and these have been downed.